Hi everyone, it's Michael here from Geek Recruiters. In this video, I would love to read a few pages from my newest book called Headhunt More IT Talents. So this is your step-by-step guide for sourcing, matching and recruiting IT candidates. So if you are a headhunter, a talent acquisition specialist, if you are a recruiter in IT, or probably you are just transitioning from some other IT roles, or non-tech roles, then you may enjoy this book. So let me open it up on page number, what is it? 12. So page number 12, hopefully you guys can see it. So let me read a few pages. So it starts with the 4 reasons why software developers dislike recruiters in general, but not everyone, just general, there's this perception. So recently I talked to some of my friends, mostly developers and technical leaders, and I realized there are several reasons why developers don't like working or engaging with recruiters in IT. And let's review the most significant 4 reasons, all right? So starting with the first one, lack of technical knowledge. First, recruiters don't have the technical knowledge, and it's not their fault. It's because they mostly haven't been working in IT as long as IT professionals do, which is not natural, right? Just compare it to a person like a CTO or a hiring manager who has a strong technical background. For such a person, it is effortless to find developers in professional communities, on meetups, talk to them face to face, like we are talking now, right? Actually, no, this is face to camera. Anyway, or kick off a conversation. It's easy to interview them and assess them because they can personalize the communication based on what they see on a GitHub profile, for example. But for a technical headhunter who lacks this sort of a technical knowledge, it is really challenging. And developers can sense it immediately, after a few sentences, after a few questions they ask. So the mistake number 2 the IT professionals complain is that recruiters don't reveal enough information. All right, so this is the next chapter or section. Recruiters usually don't reveal enough information, and let's compare it again with the CTO who proudly talks about the company and the team. Every developer wants to know what group of talents he or she will join, who are the teammates. They also want to know whether the team is going to be full of A players. What kind of best practices have they already adopted? Where are they sitting? Probably less relevant now in the COVID-19 outbreak, because everyone, well, not everyone, but lots of IT professionals are working from home anyway. Where they are sitting and who will be the guy sitting next to the new joiner. This is really important, often, especially for juniors or mid-years, because they want to know who is there to help them in case they need help. For obvious reasons, recruiters usually don't talk about this information because they don't know. And I don't know, when I'm in the role of a recruiter, I also don't know about the teammates, right? But I need to ask, which is what we are going to talk about next. They could, though, just need to ask a hiring manager in advance. Mistake number 3, mass emails. The third complaint I usually hear from developers is that technical recruiters send mass emails which are often very annoying. Just imagine you will get 10, 20 mass impersonal emails every week. And what's worse, recruiters usually mix up technologies in job descriptions, which making it less relevant. Who would like this approach, right? Let's compare it to a technical leader who can go to, for example, GitHub and derive some meaningful value from this GitHub profile, and then to see what is inside the repository, and then personalize the message to the developer on LinkedIn or in an email. It is a completely different experience. Anyway, I believe recruiters can get to a point where they can also go through a GitHub repository and derive some value. Probably not as deep, obviously, but at least to see what the developer is working on and what projects has he worked on in the past. The mistake number 4, lack of research. The fourth complaint I usually hear is that a recruiter doesn't research before approaching a developer. Where is the developer based? What skills does he have already? And what skills he had, I don't know, 5 years ago versus what he or she is focusing on right now. What technologies does he focus on right now? Well, this is the third bullet point. I thought, as I was reading the second bullet point, I was thinking like, oh my God, I'll add this sentence, and then I'm reading and it's just the next sentence. It's really funny, right? This is what happens when you read your own book. So I suggest to do a proper research. These are the 4 significant complaints I hear from software developers and IT professionals all over again. And that's also the reason why Gig Recruiters Academy is here, to help IT recruiters, technical recruiters, and talent acquisition specialists who are not strong in technology yet. So on the following pages, I talk about the IT terminology essential, the acronyms and languages and frameworks and everything a recruiter, a headhunter, a talent acquisition specialist needs to know. So this is probably something I leave for the next videos. You can also get this ebook if you'd like. It's in our shop, so you can just go to gigrecruiters.com and get the ebook. The paper book is not available yet for sale. It will be soon though, so just stay tuned. I'm still tweaking the content as I'm reading it. So it's great fun. Hopefully you are with me, guys, on this journey in recruitment. So just help me make recruitment great again. It probably was great some time ago, but then there were these times when developers started complaining, and now we have a chance to make it great again. So let's do a better job in learning about technology, about the programming languages and frameworks, because then your job as a recruiter, as a headhunter, will be so much easier. As soon as you know the terminology, you can understand what's written in a job requirement, you can talk to developers. So like our lives are just going to be easier as soon as we learn the terminology, which is also the reason why we have been working on the IT Recruiter Toolkit, which you can also consider at some point. Okay, IT Recruiter Toolkit is full of e-learning content and courses that are here to help IT recruiters in their IT recruitment efforts. So if you are one of them, then you can get this ebook right now. You can just go to gigrecruiters.com and download it in our eShop. And I'll wrap it up here. I'm looking forward to reading future sections sometime soon, so stay tuned. And if you are watching this video on YouTube, then just hit subscribe. Have a wonderful day. Talk to you soon. Cheers.